Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And today, we're going to do a little trailside activation here at Lake Norman State Park. I got here probably an hour and a half ago, something like that. And I want to go for a hike, and a lot of their, I want to go for a hike and then do a park activation. Well, a lot of their hiking trails were closed, and I was really bummed. I don't know if you're like this, but basically, I sometimes kind of get used to a certain area and, you know, what they have to offer. I'm going to go down this way. And parks and everything. You kind of get used to going to the same places when you go to a park. And Lake Norman is a really large park, really large state park. I tend to set up in their picnic area at one side of the park. At the other end of the park is their visitor center. And I rarely come out this way. I think it's just because I think, well, you know, picnic areas are better suited for POTA and stuff. They actually have a lot, I mean, they have a lot of picnic areas here, as you can see. They have a beautiful visitor center here. Just beautiful. Maybe I'll walk down here just a second so you can see this. But I never come down here and explore the trails from this end. I decided to come down here today because they have electric charging stations, just convenience, free electric chargers for cars. And frankly, I need a little bit of extra charge. I had enough charge to come down to this area and back up, but I won't go down here. There's other people down here. Don't want to disturb them. But you can kind of see out here. It's really pretty. It's very nice out here. If I wanted to set up on the, just right here on the lake shore, that'd be pretty easy to do as well, but I like shade, especially today. It is very hot. Probably about 91 degrees, something like that. So what, 31 Celsius? I don't know, 32. I don't know what that is in Celsius, really. I think I've said this before. I've rarely lived when I lived in Europe and in the UK, we never had temperatures that high, but now they're kind of becoming common. So I just don't even know what those temperatures feel like there. Anyway, I was out hiking, and they got a nice little loop trail here. It's only about 0.8 of a mile long, so I probably did the loop 4 or 5 times. I have to look at my hiking app to see. And it was really pleasant, actually. It's shaded most of the way, which is exactly what I like. And very enjoyable. But now I want to do a park activation, and I decided, oh, what I was saying was my car needs a little extra charge today. Not a lot. In fact, I probably could get away without having it, but I'd be arriving back home with like 2% battery or something probably. So what a convenience to be able to go to a park, and while you're doing your park activation, you get charged up. I almost feel guilty about it. It's almost like free fuel. It is free fuel. So actually I gave the park a really nice donation today. I always try to do that when I can anyway, frankly. I think we need to be supporting our parks more than just going out and activating them. We need to thank them for being there for us, for doing all this. Okay, this looks like a pretty shady area. Now let's see. What antenna am I going to use? I think I'm going to use my PackTenna random wire antenna. I haven't used it in a little while. So let's find a good branch. I haven't properly scoped this out. I just came through here one time really quickly on my loop trail, which loop trail goes around that way, way out to the end of the peninsula and back. It's actually a really cool picnic table at the end of the peninsula. I am probably going to use that for an activation someday, but it needs to be a day when I've got my hat with me because there's not a lot of shade there. This is the thing sometimes, is like you may have trees all around you, but what I'm really looking for is a branch that's at about the right height. And there aren't a ton here. Some of them are really high. I don't need them that high. And there's some lower branches. But you know, I'm just going to end up tossing it probably in this tree right here and seeing what I can find. So let's get started here. Let's take a look at what I've got. Let's set up over there. Nobody's set up over there. That might work too. Get a little closer to the trail, but I have a hunch I'm going to be asked questions anyway, being right here on the trail. So I just packed this hastily. This is not the way I would normally pack this backpack, but I had my soda pack in here. So I threw my RG316, my line, my antenna. I actually brought another antenna too in case I just changed my mind. And then the radio. I just stuffed them in this backpack because it was convenient. Okay, let's see here. So this is the TR-45L. That's what we're going to be using today. And let me just take another quick look and see where I am going to set up the antenna. Maybe I'll aim. Is there a place over there where I can stand back? Boy, I tell you what. For having all these trees, this is actually, it's more challenging than it might look here. I'm just trying to find the right, I don't want it to be too low, and a lot of these branches are super low. Is there a tall one up there I can go for? There's really small ones. I can maybe try to go for one of these branches, but see, these are really little tiny thin weak branches next to the tree. Not the best kind for holding up a line, but they can work. You would never think, but this is actually a pretty challenging site. Let's see. See, that's just all little tiny thin branches going all the way up, and it's likely that when I throw a line up through here that it could just pull that branch down and come right back off. Because I'll be pulling, I'm looking back here at the picnic table and see what I'll be doing is actually probably pulling it. Well, you know what? I can shoot it up here. I can shoot it up here, have it come down as a vertical, and I've got enough RG316 to run over here. That's what I'll do. I'll try to go for that. I don't know if I'll be able to get it, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it an old college try, as they say. This would almost be slightly better, but not really. Okay. You're not going to be able to see it actually go in the tree here, but at least you can watch me struggle to try to get this, because it'll take a little bit of precision to make this work. Let me put up my reading glasses before they fall off, and you can watch me do my jump I do whenever I do these throw line tosses. And I brought this line along instead of my 2mm line because the ground cover here, lots of twigs and branches and stuff, not the best for the 2mm line. It works, but frankly, it's a little messier. Okay, let's see. This is the front. This will be tricky. It'll probably ricochet off of the tree. Okay. Come on back down. Oops, that's what happened. I've never had that happen before. I got it caught around my... There we go. Oh, hey, that worked. That works really well. It got caught around the drawstring of the bag. I've never had that happen before, but it was pretty easy to fix. Look at that. That actually worked really well. I knew I'd do that. Actually, I didn't. Yeah, that's perfect. Holy cow. Man, it's too bad I don't have an 80-meter vertical with me. That's up really high. Okay. I'll stop bragging. Very happy about that, though. Let's grab the radio and stuff. Go ahead and hook up the antenna. Now, the antenna has a counterpoise, and I'm going to think about where to put that. Not too worried about anything running over it here. One thing I should be concerned about are mosquitoes. I think I do have some mosquito spray with me. I actually have on order, and maybe by the time you see my next video, I'll have it. I actually have on order a thermocell device that works with propane canisters. and I'm going to start using that because I keep propane canisters for, you know, camping and stuff like that, and this should work pretty well. Okay, here we go. Now we'll see if I can actually get away with doing a pull up and have this thing just unravel itself. As long as my counterpoise stays put on here, I'll be able to do it. Else I'll get the counterpoise tangled up in it. I won't know until I try. Go ahead and pull this up now. Will it do it? No way, I did it. Excellent. Okay. Things are working too smoothly. This must mean that the bands will be bad today. Now I'll take the counterpoise out. This is 17 feet. I'll just string it out here this way. I don't really know what bands I want to be on today. Maybe I'll be on a bunch. Let's see how it goes. I'll start on the higher bands. It's about 430 local. Let me grab my line. This is some RG316 I made myself with BNCs on the end. We'll hook this up to the PackTenna. You know, I'm going to take a picture of the PackTenna so I don't forget when I do my field report. I always look back at my photos to remember the gear I use, because I do kind of shake it up a bit, and I can't always remember what I've taken. Okay. Okay, here we go. Move over here. And put it up right here. How's that? Whew, I'm hot still from the hike. It's actually a really easy hike, but man, it's just humid today. Okay, so I'm going to put in this, and let me get my reading glasses back on because I need to tell my radio that I want to use the tuner. I want to use the tuner. Tuner is in, balanced is at coax, that's right. That's what I should be doing. Oh, did I bring a key with me? I may have to go back out to the car and get a key. This is what happens when you grab stuff willy-nilly from the car. Okay, let me try one other place. Let's see if I have a key in here somewhere. I don't think I do. I'm looking in my backpack right now. I also have my KX2 kit in here, but I really want to use the TR-45L. And I don't think I have a spare key in here, do I? I don't think I do. No, I took it out. I had the TP3 in here. I'll take it out. I'm just going to go back out to the car and grab a key. I won't make you wait. And you know what I'll do? Let's go ahead and pull out this logbook and use it since I've got it here. And I shall return. Yeah, just double checking everything. I don't have it with me, so I'll be right back. We'll get the key, we'll get on the air. I'll go ahead and set up my logs and everything so you don't have to watch that. You've seen that enough times. Let's put this little guy on the air and hopefully we'll work some stations. Okay, I'm back. Made that quick trip out to the car. No one stole anything while I was gone. I wasn't worried about that anyway. I'm hot though. You're probably going to see sweat drip all over this logbook. Hopefully not, but you could. Okay, so got the TR-45L here. The only thing I've done is fix the logs. I've set up my logs and hammers, and The internet connection here is super shaky. I just got one bar, but it's the first time I've had it since I've been here. I don't know how long that'll last, but I did schedule this activation in advance, so hopefully the reverse beacon network will pick me up and life will be good. Let me make sure my filters are in a good place here. Let's go ahead and turn this on. It always defaults, I think, to... Oh, okay, so good. I'm on the 20 meter band. It defaults to 14 megahertz. So what I want to do is move down to where I normally operate. Now keep in mind, this is a random wire antenna. I have not tuned it yet, so I need to tune it before I do much of anything. Let me just move to a quiet spot. I'll set right here on one of my favorite frequencies. So what I'm doing is on the back of the radio, I'll show you back here, I'm turning these until the audio peaks. That sounds about right. So what we'll do is move off frequency here a little bit. And let's see here. So I've got this plugged into the key, which is where I want it. Not the paddle, but the key. And let's turn the power down. I've got it set for reverse here instead of forward power. That's good so far. Okay. Tune it up. Let me see what the forward power is. That's 5 watts. We'll go right at 5 watts. And let's see if I adjust it just a teeny bit. There we go. We're down to... I don't need to move it very much. In fact, that's all I can move it right there. I'll leave it right there. That's perfect. Don't need to have it any better than that. And we're going to put this into the paddle. It's one of the very few radios that WA3RNC's radios all have. Most of them have a key and a paddle, separate ports, which is just brilliant. It's just a great, nice little addition. Okay. Make sure all the settings are right here. Yeah, there we go. I've got it on wide right now. Let's move that back down to 0.5. Someone out there is really... N9EA. Let's do another CQ call because I think whoever that was faded out there. It's the 20-meter band this time of day. It's very possible. I need to take a couple photos here. It's actually really pretty. You can't see it as easily from your point of view, but let me show you. The lake is just right out here because we're kind of like on a little peninsula. It's really nice. It's a really nice place to be playing radio. We're going to move around on the bands. Excuse me. That's the reason why I got a random wire antenna today. Well, I could have done it with the end fed half wave as well because I'm sure this would match it just fine. I got a mosquito bite. And then for OI, I knew there was some reason why you were so loud. Man, I tell you what, the receiver on this thing is super smooth. The QSK is super smooth, the receiver is beautiful. Okay, I'm on a QSY. I'm going to go down to the 30 meter band. So let's select the band here. Here we go. Sit here for just a second. Listen, I'm going to drink some water while I'm waiting. How many do I have so far here? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, need 4 more for a valid activation. I think that the lower band should be working better, actually. I'm sure 40 is probably maybe the best band right now. You know, 2 hours ago, 20 meters would have been in really good shape, and I'd have probably been working some stations more west of here, but right now it's kind of closing down. We're moving toward 40 meter territory, but first I'm going to hit 30 meters, and it sounds like there's nobody here. So let's do the little tuning thing. Okay, I'm hearing a little spike right there. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, it's going up. That's good enough. Now, I should say that you may see the light come on at some point because sometimes the SWR shifts just a little bit. But that's not really like a proper high SWR thing there. I don't actually think there's anybody there, but I'm still calling QRL just to tell people I'm getting ready to do something. I should have called QRL and then tuned up, by the way, but we were hanging around on frequency there for a while and I didn't hear anything and still don't hear anything. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start calling CQ here. Let me set up change my log. I have to go back in here. It wants to shut down sometimes. Okay, there we go. Whew. Starting to cool down a little bit now. I love the audio in this radio. It is amazing. Did he say Florida? Okay, let's see. Hello. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I haven't worked you in a while, Carl. Okay. You always have a good signal down here. Was that a Z? That's it. That's it. Somehow my head was merging those letters together. The 8, the G. Okay, here we go. Okay. There we go. Oh. Haven't worked you in a long time, M3XLS. Big time park hunter. Did I get that right? This is great. I love 30 meters. 30 meters sometimes this really hits the spot. I'm sure he gets this all the time. It's fun to have GA and then followed by GA for good afternoon. Oh, there, that's who I thought it was. Good. Good to get to the logs again. See, Dan is smart, and he goes a little off frequency, makes him easy to hear. He had a really good live stream with Kyle recently. If I can think to talk here. He had a stream with Kyle and Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Okay, wait. Got him, okay. Oh, he was gone down a little bit. I'm impressed, yeah. noise. Maybe I was mishearing that off frequency. What did I do that for? I was also trying to swat a mosquito while I was doing this. Gotcha. Very good. Oh, I need to slow down for you, I think. That's probably about right. Mm-hmm. Good job. Going away. There you go. Disappear on me. We'll try one more time here. Just not hearing anything. So we'll try a CQ again. I may come back for you. Maybe I just faded out on you. Move over here a little bit. Okay, let's see. I'm a little nervous to do this because I don't have a ton more time, but I think I will try on the 40-meter band. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Okay, let's see if I can adjust this now. There we go. Scoop this back over to the paddles. I'm almost afraid to do this because I may have to call this short here. I'm going to run out of time. But it'd be fun to work some people on 40 meters. I'll drink some water. This is the great thing about memory keys. Taking some photos while I can. It's beautiful out here today. Okay, move back over. Oh, let me see. Vince just told me he's on 14.066. I'm gonna move up. Sorry, my buddy Vince just texted me and said he's on. I don't think I can hear him. I'll tune up if I can. Well, maybe that is him. I don't know. I don't think that's him. I'm hearing the station's calling him now. Okay. Okay, I'm going to move back down here. Okay, wait, they're way off frequency. Okay. Just missed that first letter. Okay, did I get that right? Already messing up my... Nice call. Somebody's really fainting there in their low frequency. I'm gonna... I'm actually looking at the time now. It's getting late, and I need to leave here soon, so I probably can't tool around too much on the 40-meter band after all. Okay, wait. Is that... Yeah, I had it right. Okay. I'm trying to get his call. I am questioning if that's right, but I'm losing him, so... Okay. I'm gonna double check. There we go. Okay, I just gotta turn that off because I've got to get out of here. Let me see. Let me try Vince one more time here. Let me go back on and try this real quick. Let me just turn this down so I don't hear anybody, because I feel bad if I don't work somebody, if I hear them calling, but I really got to go at this point. And I tell you what, I don't understand this. Like just now, you couldn't probably hear it, but there was somebody walking by on the trail in front of me, and this couple, and he has this like massive like tubular boombox thing making a bunch of music as he goes along on the trail. And I don't get that. Like, I feel like when you're out in the trail and nature, you ought to just enjoy the sounds of nature and not, you know, share your music with everybody else who may not want to hear it. And for me right now, it's really annoying on YouTube because I've never had this happen. But I know people who've been in similar situations where there was like some passerby or some music coming from somewhere that they didn't even know about, and YouTube would do a copyright takedown on them because someone was just passing by with the music. So I'm hoping that the CW was overwhelming the sound of their music as they went by, and that YouTube won't catch that. But why do people do that? I see that all the time. But you know what? I almost always see it in more urban areas when I go to like urban parks and stuff. And I don't know if it's just like a way that people, I don't know why people do that. I just don't know. But let's see. Let me see if I can try to get Vince again. Band select. Let's go back up here. Let me text Vince and see. Let's see. Still there. Let me try. He's on 14066. And we'll turn my power up to max, which is probably like 6, 7 watts. Or 5. That is him. Okay, now that was fun. So he's in Alberta. That is a bit of a stretch right here for 6 watts. And I asked him, he said, hey, he sent me a text saying, hey, I'm on 1406 if you want to try to give a call. And that was a while back. And so I wrote him and I said, still there? And then I noticed that he was still there because I heard him make his call. And he sent back a yes. And then I sent a text saying, hey, calling you or something, because I didn't want him to move off frequency. And then the funny part is that text hasn't sent yet. It's still trying to send because I've got such a bad cell phone reception here. So I've already worked him, and he's going to get a text saying, hey, I'm calling you. So Vince, that was awesome. A nice park to park. And he is at VE6LK. Now you may have noticed I didn't try to send my park number or any of that stuff. And there's a good reason for that. When you have a call, when you have it that was when it's such a tenuous thing, and in fact, I just got a text from him, and he said that I was in the noise, in the noise floor, and I just popped out enough he could hear me. And in those situations, you don't want to string out the call too much. You just want to try to get it done while they can hear you. And he could hear me then, so I just wanted to get through the activation. I did send his name, but I didn't send anything else. And he didn't try to send his park number because we knew that was we wanted to be able to close out the conversation. And it's not required in POTA that you send the park number. It's just a courtesy. But I already knew his park. He already knew my park, so no need to do that at all. Now I just need to log in. So let's go back into Hammers real quick. Gosh, I actually had a fairly good run here. So I'm going to go on 20 meters, put in VE6LK. And then put in his park number. Where am I going? Putting in his park number here, VE-6094. I have just enough coverage here. Will it show his park? No, it's not quite working well. But anyway, I had a total of 44 contacts, and it won't show me a QSO map on here. I don't have enough juice to do that, or not enough juice, but I don't have enough coverage to do that. Let's see, let me take a picture here of the TR-45L. Isn't this a beautiful radio? Oh, that's so beautiful. Let me take a picture of the situation here with the, there we go. Okay, I'm surprised the battery's gone on this long. Okay, now it's giving me a low battery warning. I'm surprised it's done it this long. Let's put up everything. I think I've got enough juice in the battery to do this. Golly, I can't even read this right now. I just took my glasses off, so I can't read how long I've been going here, but pretty good while. Let's put up the radio. This is quick enough. And I'm not going to put it back in my backpack because I'm going to carry this out. I'm not taking it in very far. Oh, let me take pictures of my logbook before I go too far here. And I'm sorry to any of you people that I wasn't able to fully work. I really apologize. There were at least 2 people, I think, in here that I tried calling back, didn't hear you. You probably didn't hear me. The band may have faded or something. Let's see, no, it's Thomas Wolfe Memorial. Did I get the right one? Going backwards. Here we go. Okay, let me do that one more time in case I didn't get it correct. There we go. And I'll do this. And I'll do this. That was fantastic to work, Vince. I couldn't hear you very well, Vince, when if you happen to be watching this video. Wasn't able to hear him very well at the beginning there. And I just tuned up for 40. I didn't want to go back and have to tune up again. And so, since I didn't hear him, I thought, I'll just wait and come back a little bit later because I knew it wouldn't be on 40 for terribly long. And hey, it worked out. It worked out this time. Pretty pleased with that. Okay. Let us grab, so that's done. Let's just go over here and put up the antenna now. And I didn't even use my weight to hold this down. It's holding up in the tree just fine. I'll take you down here and show you the coast here if I can, or the lake. What am I saying? The coast. The lake shore, I guess you could call it. Here we go. As I say each time, never take down your, never pull off the end of your throw line yet, because you may need that if there's an issue pulling the antenna out of the tree, so never do that. Here we go. Put this up. Let's go put this back over here on the table. Now we'll do the antenna. We'll start with the counterpoise. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Put the counterpoise on. I almost need 2 Velcro straps for this one because I'll have how I like to stick it on here. Yeah, probably gonna... I like to hold in the counterpoise so that when I'm deploying the antenna, I just need to put another one on here, and I think I'll do that when I get back. So I can deploy the antenna and that won't fall out or tangle up with anything, which is really how I need to do that. So I'm just gonna make a note to myself when I get back home to throw another Velcro strap on there. I may even rob it off of my RG316 cable here. Because that way, then this will all hold together nicely. This was a lot of fun. This very successful activation. The propagation was in pretty good shape today, which is really nice. It's always good. Certainly got the, you know, the antenna deployed nicely. It's kind of funny. You look at, you can't just assume because you have trees that, you know, it's all going to work out really well. Sometimes those trees' branches need to be in the right places. But luckily, this worked out just fine. Better than fine. Yes, I'm going to steal the strap off of my RG316 here. No, I won't. No, I won't do that. What I'm going to do is right now just strap this. Can I do that? Do I have the end of the Velcro here? No. You know what I'm going to do is just hook this right here like that, and it'll stay put. Let's put up the line. Ugh, spider web. It's face planted in this spider web. This is the season where spiders are just kind of going nuts. We have like all these riding spiders at our house that are putting up their nests. Or they're just trying to catch a bunch of stuff. I don't know if they're nesting or what they're doing, but golly, they're everywhere. And one likes to build right outside my back door of the house. And every time I walk out in the morning, boom, I just get a face full of spider web. Here we go. Easy enough. Put this in, make sure the line's facing up. Do another one. I actually got a message or 2 from arborists lately. 2 messages from different arborists that have thanked me for showing how to use an arborist throw line, which is kind of ironic because I'm not an arborist, but I learned from arborists. And it makes me happy that I would have become at least efficient enough that a real arborist would want to look at my technique for, I don't think it was my throwing technique, I think it was more my winding technique. I put out a video ages ago, and that video has gotten a lot of plays, I guess just because it's, you know, easy to short. It's a really short video. And kind of really easy, there we go, to follow. I probably put that out 2 or 3 years ago. There we go. That's done. Let's rest my kit there. Let's go ahead and pack it in my bag. Okay. Put my water in here. Take another drink first though. Still thirsty. It is really a privilege to be able to do this. I really do love coming out here to our state parks, and think when I get a new, yeah, I'm just going to throw these in here actually like this because I'm going to redo this bag when I get back home. I think I'm going to get a state park license plate maybe. Here we go. Let's get this on. I'm going to take the camera first. I'm going to check and make sure there's no crap out here. I don't see any trash. Actually, this is really clean. Lake Norman tends to be very clean. Most of the state parks I go to are. It's just the ones that are heavily trafficked by families and stuff. And I don't think it's always families deliberately trying to, you know, litter. I don't think it's that at all. I think it's just when you got a bunch of kids and things and you're picnicking, it's just super, super easy to have litter about and not know it even. Okay, let's walk out here real quick. Take a look off of the little deck here. These are the sounds of almost fall. Got a nice display here. It's really pretty.